Okay, I wanted to show you some things before I get started with the Mustang. Looking real close at it, it appears that it's had some front end damage. And I'll try to go slow and let the camera catch up with me, but as you can see, all of this bent, twisted metal up front should be flat. So I've got a little bit of straightening of things before I put some pieces back on it to see what all is needed. And I think you can see maybe right here that it's real lumpy. It should be flat right there where the battery goes. I'll spin around to the inside so you can see it. I've already been whacking on it, but you can see a little fold down there at the bottom. That shouldn't be there. That should be nice and straight in that corner. I've already been whacking on it. I happened to notice it when I noticed that there was a lot of primer behind the fender and a little pucker right there. You can even see some undercoating has popped off where it flexed. So, and I'll take you to the inside of that and show you that. I don't know if that's visible or not, but you can see where it's puckered. So that's got to be fixed. So it got hit in this right front, which made it crack here. Really the reason I took it off was to try to find the serial number for the car, and I can see a little bit of it right there, but most of it appears to have been rusted significantly. So I don't know that I'm going to get the serial number to be able to be seen as well as you can see it on the other side. And for a 65 early production car, you know, this was supposedly a June car, although a lot of the stampings I'm looking at would say that it was probably an early July, late June car. As you can see, that 623 third shift Dearborn stamping would make it real tight for it to be a June production car. But nevertheless, still early 64 production as they count. It's fairly solid, and I like most of the way it's put together. So it's not going to take a lot of work, but there are still a lot of things that need to be done, particularly that repair of that damage that people never seem to repair right. You can see a little lip there and a little lip there, which looks like somebody used a come along of some type to straighten up the front end after the accident. See that? Pull away. So I'm going to push all that stuff back to where it needs to be, straighten this stuff up, hang some fenders on it, and start fitting some trim to make sure that everything is the way it should be. Here's the fender that I took off of it. I was wondering why it didn't have any rust on it, and what I saw was, I don't know if you can make it out, I think you can there in the yellow. It's upside down, but that's the service part number. So it was replaced with an original equipment fender, which means the accident, when this car was taken apart, or when it got hit and put back together, was at a time when you could still get replacement fenders from Ford. And as you can see, somebody had mounted the antenna before they decided to paint the car. Nice. Anyway, I got a lot of work to do. Not sure what I'm going to do with this fender. If I can find a new old stock, I'll put back on it. I really hate to put a Dynacorn, even though they're a good fender, I'd hate to put them on there because you just never know. It'd be better to keep the date stamps and keep it all real. As you can see, there's a lot of rust damage there. I'm going to go inside and look, but I'm going to guess that the fender splash shield in there is probably missing. And that too may have been a replacement fender. But we'll go in and look and see what all needs to be done. But the rest of the car looks pretty good. The floors are pretty good. Of course, the quarter lips are gone. The inner fender well's gone. Inner trunk needs work on both sides. It's the typical little Mustang. But not that bad. Not that many years worth of work. So better get started. But I wanted to take some of those photos before we got too far. Also wanted to show you the door data plate, which appears to be original to the car. Probably can't see it there. I know it won't focus. Sorry. But the VIN number matches the one out on the frame. So very unusual. I mean, somebody could have had it made, but it really doesn't look like it. It looks pretty original because the door jamb doesn't look like it's ever been fooled with. So I'm gonna call it original. But that's it. Talk to you later.